Well, hell, welcome back to another Wednesday night game of D&D in the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. It's me, your Dungeon Master, Jack Spade, and like I said, I have a game for you of Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, once again, it is time to venture into a land of imagination and fun. Oh boy. I don't know about y'all out there listening or watching, but it's been raining a whole heck of a lot down here lately, but it's been nice. Weather not too hot, it's just very wet and damp and shit. But could be worse, could be much worse. Alrighty. And so without further ado, let me just let them know I'm about to unmute them so they behave themselves. And then we'll get right down to business. Hello.
Oh.
How are y'all doing today?
Well.
Doing well.
Good.
You live?
Okay. So. Oh, whoop. Sorry, someone's reactive image is not what it's supposed to be. Sorry, hold on real quick. That's on me. I should have checked that before starting the stream. I don't know how that happened.
System fuckery.
I don't know how that got overridden. Well, we will just fix that real quick. Sorry for the delay, folks.
All good.
While I'm doing this, would anybody like to give a recap on what happened last week?
I would also be interested in hearing the recap.
I can do it, sure.
Sure.
Last session, the group arrived at Green Nest, and upon arrival, we decided to use the day, as the whole group was very much hurt and still reeling from the adventure on the cave, to both rest and make plans for the next step in the adventure. Zazet and Naomi went towards the keep to meet the governor, where Zazet's character talked business about what was going on, and Naomi made sure to make sure he didn't get lost. They had a bit of banter, and eventually afterwards went back to Kio's farm. At the same time, Dravna moved over the body of the fallen cultist leader towards the woods to perform a very esoteric, let's call it that, ritual, which involved not little amounts of mutilation of the body, as well as very spiteful words indeed, as he contacted his patron. Afterwards, he also went back to Kio's farm. And at the same time, Marquis, he went to Kio's attic to, in a search for answers really, in his guided manner. And during that search, unexpected transformations happened. His body growing scales, or, well, maybe having them become more visible is a better word for that, as well as strange mirror coming alongside it that allowed him to go back to a slightly more closer look than the one he had before, though his eyes still betrayed the transformation. And lastly, Keo, She, during that moment where everyone was separated, was trying to learn more about these drake cards, as well as trying to tame it. Eventually, finding some sort of success and keeping the drake card she got as sort of a pet, I suppose, and naming it Bobby Puppy. After the whole group got reunited, they ate soup, had a heated conversation with one another do, regarding the topic of, in a way, gods and Marquis's transformation. And but afterwards, they settled down and began talking about plans. No, I got goop. The group settling down on a hybrid strategy of going towards the wilds, towards Berdusk, through the wilds of Berdusk, and afterwards following the trail from Berdusk onwards so they can reach Elturel, where their high focus on contact, Leosin, was resting inside as a Huskill's grandfather, or at least that's what she thinks of. I think that was roughly it. Oh, we also got horses to accompany us.
That sounds pretty good to me. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to add?
Everyone leveled up.
Yeah.
Everyone did level up.
No,
I mean, we got level 4.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's
Oh,
what
I
I-
thought you meant
that was-
another
that was-
level. Oh, okay.
I mean,
I mean,
level
I'll
5
take it
would
if
be
you're
nice.
offering.
No, I'm definitely not.
I heard it. Everyone heard it.
No,
It's on
you know
the
you
screen.
didn't. You didn't hear shit.
Level 7. My God.
What?
Ooh. I think you meant
8? Oh,
17,
man.
right?
17
No,
I heard
Oh.
we
that's
got
too
3
expensive.
artifacts.
and 3 artifacts. Okay. All right. Let's see how it's gonna go. Well, I'm just letting you guys know now that monsters now can level drain as like a random action. So get ready for that. All right. No, none of that's real. Instead, I will say that that is an excellent recap. So go ahead and give yourself an inspiration there, Paula.
Thank you very much.
I'll make you a card later, but for now, just go ahead and keep a note for me.
Always
And
one step closer to finally getting the 5 inspirations.
one step closer until you use them all again.
In
It's
my
like
defense, I have 3, I think.
you do. I believe you have about 3 right now. It's like for every time I've allowed players to bank inspirations, it's always been like 1 step forward and 2 steps back for them to get to 5.
Honestly, the thing that gets me the most upset is that I had 3 before. I do have, but then I used 1, and I fucking missed still despite the inspiration. That
It
was
was-
the worst part.
That was rough. The dice, they tell a story too.
It sure did.
So, you guys decided to make way for Burdusk by the most direct route possible, cutting through a couple of these squares, trying to shave off a day or so, or perhaps 2 days, depending on how fast you travel. Is that correct? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
sounds
That was
about
right.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
I think it told us that the whole trip would be like 5 days if we went by road or something, and the idea was that we
Actually-
go
It would actually be 10 days normally.
and yeah. So the idea is to just cut off some of that travel time.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
this.
yeah. So you'll probably get there if you go directly to Burdusk. You could probably get there in like 8 to 9 days instead of a full 10. Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, just making
Okay.
a small comment. It's
So you guys enjoyed a meal. You were able to talk with each other, devise a strategy on how to travel, and then you hit the sack to rest up and prepare. Are there any last minute preparations? I know we did some shopping last session as well.
Oh, Yeah, I'm a pally, right? So I can probably. Yeah, okay. I should probably take a look at the spells, maybe, and swap a couple of them around. There was the problem that I had last time about concentration. Oh, wait. How do we do the long rest in here?
For the
If
long
you
rest,
click on the
Oh yeah, there's like a little
Yeah.
sleepy boy.
There's like a
going.
little
Yep.
bed.
yeah, there's a little bed
Yeah.
in your little icon there. There you go.
All right. Okay. So spell book wise, is there anything you guys want paladin wise? Because I'm probably just gonna. So thunder smite does not. No, it does require searing. Wait, which one's the one that doesn't have concentration attached to it?
Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
It's wait.
If it doesn't have a C next to it, it does not require concentration.
Does not require.
It does not require concentration.
Okay.
So you're looking at
I guess they all require concentration.
yeah, the smites do, yeah.
Well, ain't that something?
But you only need it until you use it, and then it immediately drops concentration, so
Yeah. Oh, I mean that's in the instance that I have Shield of Faith up, I can't smite. So,
oh, that's true.
Alright, I'll
That's
just
true, yeah.
yeah. I just remember there was a conversation we had when I did it last
Mhm.
time, and I can't remember who said it, but someone said that there was a smite that wasn't concentration based or something.
Divine smite's
Yeah,
not,
anyway.
but regular smites you cast as a spell, yeah, those are.
I
Divine
think
Smite?
Raffles might. No, Raffles is concentration.
Yeah, they all
I'm
have
going to remind.
concentration by the looks of it. Yeah.
If
Oh.
you want a ghost spell that doesn't need concentration, command is pretty good.
I mean, I'll probably keep the smites that I've got. It's more like for the instance where I have Shield of Faith up, I'll probably have some other thing because I already have command as a legacy spell for me.
Yep.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Bless? No. No, I don't need bless. Who needs bless? No one needs. All right, I'm good. Let's just go.
Okay. Fantastic. Anybody else have anything they'd like to prepare before you get underway?
I do need to talk to the mayor about Billy Bob, but beyond that, nothing really.
All right. Who did you want to talk to specifically about keeping an eye on Bobby Bobby?
The governor right here.
Okay. I'll say before the others get up, being the farm girl that you are, you're up at the crack of dawn, and you make your way to the keep where Governor Nighthill is most likely not having slept, being just the nature of his job, staying up and worrying about the town. You creep, well, not really creep, but you make your way pretty silently up to his office above the keep, and you rap on his door, and you are admitted entry.
Governor, good morning. I'm sorry to come so early.
That's all right, Kyo. What can I do for you?
Well, me and the others are going to leave soon, but before I do want to ask for a tiny, small, very little favor, if that's okay.
Okay, depending on what it is. He squints at you.
I think I haven't showed you Bobby Poppy, right? The Drake garden that I managed to tame.
Oh, wait. You kept that around to tame it? I thought you were keeping it around so it'll be fresher when you harvest its parts.
Oh, no. I was keeping it to both study as well as to, if I could, tame it. So I can have a better understanding of them. In the end, I did
Right.
manage to roughly tame it.
Make a persuasion check.
Alright then.
He does not want this thing in his town.
No.
Ooh.
Keo, I'm really sorry. I can't really allow you to keep that thing here unsupervised. I don't have the personnel or the means to keep this creature under control with you not here.
Ah, that's a shame, but I understand. In that case, can I ask for a small favor instead then?
Okay.
If I'm going to bring it with me, would you happen to have horse blinders on with you? Or leather free that I could take for any chance? I would like to make while I'm doing the travels. I suppose to be a Drake blinder for this, so it doesn't spook us easily.
I don't think you have to worry about it spooking. I think you have to worry about it turning around and biting your head off. Look,
Yeah,
I'm sure your grandfather has a pair of blinders you can take from the tackle.
I didn't. Thank you very much. Oh, while we're out on the way, would you want anything for us to do in the along the cities? We are going to pass by Burdos, Scarnabel, and Elturel.
Unfortunately, I'm
Is
not
there any
really
deliveries?
unfortunately I'm not really allowed to ask you guys to do anything else. Because of the arrangement I had with Leosin. So unfortunately, I can't really pile onto your plate.
Hey, but
However, if you do happen to find anything that you think would be useful, please hold on to it for us.
actually, well, you are not allowed to ask us for anything, but we are allowed to ask you for something, correct?
Yes.
In that case, well, in that case, I ask you to ask him for something.
He smiles and just shakes his head, and you can see he tries to wipe some of the sleep from his eyes. Yeah, a loophole for sure. And he says, "All right, if you happen to make it all the way to Elturel without too much issue, if you could perhaps arrange for a shipment of their mead down here, that would be great."
All right, then a shipment of meat. Oh, could you put that in letters? So probably be easier for me to have that if I have a letter of the governor.
Very well, and he writes it up, and he'll hand it to you in a sealed envelope with his little signet pressed into the wax.
Thank you very much. I'll see you when we come back then, Mayor, Governor. And then she grabs the letter and happily goes to the farm back again to work on making those Drake blinders while the others are still asleep.
Uh, we as an audience see Keo leave Governor Nighthill's office without closing the door, and the governor just slowly walks to where she was, and we see Keo's silhouette darkening the steps as she heads out the keep, with Governor Nighthill one hand on his hip, just shaking his head, and slowly closes the door behind him. We come back to the farm. Keo is just about finished customizing these blinders for Bobby, and the rest of you begin to rouse. Do you guys do anything else before gearing up? Would you like to protest Bobby's presence here in your group now?
Dravna will quietly protest to himself, but he won't say a word.
Crumbles into his coffee.
Mm-hmm. So who's gonna carry all the food for the thing?
Oh, that'll be just me. I don't mind doing so.
You do know it eats its body weight in food, right?
Shouldn't be your problem. I'll just add it alongside the amount of food and bring to the horses. Plus, you're a good boy, aren't you, Bobby Puppy? Aren't you? And she looks at Bobby Puppy and gives it a little pat on the head.
We'll take Sammy for a walk around the park if it's dry.
It like tries to bite your hand or something at the same time. Nah. So,
Oh.
You've already named it. That's kind of unfortunate.
Yes.
What happens when we get in a fight? Is he gonna be helping, or is he just gonna?
My idea, to be honest, would be to not have it fight, if at all possible. I plan to have a BFS just like one of the horses. Maybe when we get at Birdersk, I might take some time to improvise or look for something to help him carry, maybe a cart or so. These drakes are very strong, so I was thinking maybe it could work well as a carrier type of animal.
They mostly use them as garbage cleanup because they eat just about anything.
I mean, to be honest, from what I have seen and know from the cults, they are seem to be better treated than even the cultists themselves, at least the lower ranks. So,
Well, I mean,
Kobolds, maybe.
you're comparing them to kobolds. I mean, let's be real. Everything's better treated than kobolds. Good joke. I like that one. I'll remember it.
But I'll chuckle and continue drinking.
but yes,
Yeah, which
I
I
think I
don't really
have
know why
most of it
dragon
finished
garbage.
here.
What'd you say,
Really
Hoshi?
pretty.
Hoshi, Marquise kind of says under his breath, I don't know why they get treated worse than dragon kind. Not loud enough for anyone to hear, but
He'll actually put down his mug and look over at Kyo. Kyo, real talk. If Bobby manages to escape and run off, are you willing to take the time to chase after him and slow down our travel?
I do plan to make sure it doesn't escape, hence why I have these, and she shows the improvised red blinders. Hopefully they will work, but I also will keep it all the time a chains. So even if it does run, it will be easy to follow after. I did make a compromise with myself, however.
Can
If
it
Bobby
ride
Poppy
as
does
fast as a
run,
horse?
that's an excellent question. Didn't really test its running abilities.
Because if it can't keep up with us, I mean, it slows the entire travel speed.
But time for us to discover. Bobby Poppy, time for us to turn. And then she takes a deep breath, grabs the bow she was using to help train it, and says in Draconic to it, run, to see how far it can go, running back.
It can run 30 feet around, which is not as fast as a horse.
How much is a horse, just so I know?
Horses can dash. I'm sorry, horses can run like 60 feet around. It's something like that.
Wait, but if dash or just normal?
Just regular.
Damn, horses are fast.
At least I think so. I might be talking out of my ass here.
Yeah, just check. Riding horse, 60 feet.
Okay, great.
And she sees that and says, yeah, you bring a good point. Crap.
Because you turn a 8 to 9 day travel into
You're indeed
what is
right.
that? Quick math. 25 days, something like that. 29 days, 30 days, something.
No, it's okay. I understand what needs to be done then. Thank you for bringing this up. I guess
Do you want
there's
to
only
use my
one
dagger?
option.
I like hand her a dagger.
Kyo voice away, no, please, don't do that. And she's like,
I have a
Papi,
new hammer. I mean, that might be better. It might be crueler, though.
no, there's no need for
Thinking of the
this.
type.
I will have to sacrifice him, but I won't do it like this. Alright, I'm sorry, Bobby Papi. She sighed and shakes her head. Jamie, yes, we can do your plan then, in that case. She sighs and shakes her head to her bird, but gives him the nod. Do it already.
The bird flaps, excuse me, off of Kyo's shoulder, does like a quick loop in the air, and then lands on her outstretched hand. And you just hear the word in your mind once again, take.
These
Yes,
broken wings.
take.
Okay.
The bird very gently glides from Kyo's hand onto the guard drake's horn. And you see it dig its talons into the horn of this creature, and the guard drake doesn't seem to notice, and then it begins to illuminate with a kind of light, almost if a light bulb was being turned on. Not that any of you would know that living in this setting. And then as the light fades, all that's left is Jamie fluttering in the air. And he begins to sing a very happy and melodic song. And then he speaks into your mind again, Kyo, one word: change.
Yes, change.
And with that, you will all watch as Jamie transforms into a different kind of creature altogether. Right, hold on. I think I've used it as a... I did not. Ugh. Sorry. There it is. There we go. As it transforms into a similar looking guard drake. But it does not behave in the same way. It is transfixed on Kyo for a moment, and then it just kind of scoots up to her, and then just kind of lays down and puts its head on one of her boots.
Kyo clearly has a very distraught look on her face, but she gently pats the Jamie Bobby. Alright, then. Can you go back to your bird farm again, Jamie?
A deeper voice resonates in your mind, but has a similar quality to it, and says, change.
Change indeed again.
And then you will see as the form resumes. Oh no, I lost the picture. I'll have to find it again. There it is. I found it. Okay, and then I didn't override the one I just added, did I? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah. And Jamie returns to his board form.
Guess that's that then, unfortunately. I will make sure to pray for Bobby Populator properly.
I
Any
would
case,
suggest maybe not naming the next one you wish to throw into the illumination orb bird thing.
I would probably still name it in any case. It's still life after all. So I won't deny that I really didn't want to do this. But you folks are indeed correct in the sense that we can't afford to waste time, and the governor said that Bobby Poppy couldn't stay here, so it was the only option. In any
I mean, you
case,
could always release it into the wild, maybe, as another option.
I'm guessing it might be a little bit too late for that.
to it be indeed. It got used of the scent of here, I would imagine, and it would come back to the town. And while I trust myself and the others here to face a drake, Green Eyes has suffered enough. I couldn't bear the thought of being responsible for more of their suffering because of an action of mine.
There
It's
is so much
unfortunate,
to
but
unpack in those statements. I'm just not going to bother. Just leave it at
Ortiz
that.
kind of looks at Drab and then looks like Keo and is kind of. So does anyone else have any other extremely weird paranormal activity to to warn about now. They have to learn the hard way.
I can speak with animals if I really focus hard enough.
Yeah, everyone can do
Okay.
that.
No, but like I can understand them back.
It's a simple spell, right?
Yes, it's kind of a spell-like thing. I use more of these herbs here. This one, and she pulls out a little blue herb. I just bite it, and I can understand them.
Would y'all like to have this conversation on the road?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's better. Yeah.
You mount
Not
up.
everyone.
You mount up onto the horses that have already been provided for you. And you begin to ride out onto the road. Not following the road all the way, but as soon as you line yourselves up with Burdusk on your heading, you immediately begin to cross the wilds of the Greenfields.
I will name my horse Buttermilk.
Buttermilk, okay. I'll remember that.
Keo,
Wait,
please do not eat my horse.
I don't eat things. Jamie isn't. I think Jamie doesn't eat horses. Jamie, you wouldn't eat a horse, would you? She looks at Jamie with some suspicion. She isn't fully sure if a bird would eat a horse.
The bird on your shoulder simply chirps and just kind of like tilts its head back and forth. You get no response.
See, it said no.
You're not the only one who can speak bird, Keo. Jamie's very hungry for horses, and then John will just look away, just continue riding his horse.
Tweet, tweet. Do not eat buttermilk.
I like to imagine at that, Jamie would fly over to Zazet and stay on top of Zazet's head.
Oh, shoot. Get off of me. No. No.
Jamie will hop away from Zazet's shoulder and onto Buttermilk's head. The horse's ears kind of flick at it, but otherwise nothing else occurs.
Shoo.
After being shoo, Jamie would shoo away. All right. Come here, baby. And she'll have Jamie come back to her. But
All right.
wait, Zazet, is that... It's not an easy spell. Does that mean you can also do it? You also can speak to animals?
Why would I wish to converse with lesser beings?
Oh, well, honestly, they're very fascinating. Oh, there was this pig I met on the goddess farm. I named him Sir Bacon Bob. He was very funny and smart. I hope he's okay.
I was once in the employ of another man who could speak with animals, and he told me once that he tried to talk with a squirrel and it would not shut up. It kept singing constantly until he had to wring its neck to make it stop.
It does sound awful.
Jesus
so-
Christ. Oh, wait. There's no
You can
Jesus.
laugh. That was the punchline.
Oh, yes. However, at the comment, Jamie does seem to chirp happily at the joke, as if it was laughing.
Or at least the murder bird gets it.
Marquise kind of gives like a half-hearted laugh and side eyes. Zazet.
Oh, this does remind me, actually. How used to horses are any of you, by any chance?
Used
This
to
one's
what?
name is Buttermilk.
No,
Oh,
but like,
horses.
yeah, horse riding.
Oh, I'm plenty good at horse riding. I don't.
Keo,
Naomi hides it very well, but she seems to be very uncomfortable on the horse.
I was about to say, Keo, out of all of your companions, it seems like Naomi has the least amount of experience horse riding.
Naomi, would you want me to do the rope method with you? It's basically, it's simple,
I-
basically. I use a rope and I tie to my luggage on the horse, and You hold it. It's light, not heavy. That way your horse will keep peace of mind and you don't have to worry too much with controlling it. So it would basically leave yourself to my control in some ways, I guess.
She's quiet for a moment, weighs the options, and then she realizes that she's like being bounced about on the horse, and she's not happy. By the way, she has to sit side saddle.
That's true, because of the clothes she's wearing, yeah.
Would you just want to share a horse with me? I think it might be easier.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
All right, then. One moment, everyone. Let's just change the setup a little bit and have this.
Well, see, now you could have brought the boar. The boar could have rode the horse.
You see Jamie looking temptedly about if transforming or something, but decides not to. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, Jack. Do we need to do any rolls while we're riding after we
You
do the
will.
setup with?
You will. I was just letting you guys get some road RP in. So you guys are traveling down the road a little tiny bit before you head into the wilds of the Greenfields. And the Greenfields are a very lush part of countryside. You can see that there are little collections of trees here and there, but what is most impressive about this area is just this vast swath of very verdant green carpet like land. You see that there are animals flickering in and out of your sight. You can see there are common squirrels. You also see perhaps more exotic to our world, or perhaps part of the, like, depending where you live in our world, but you can see impalas and other creatures like that bounding amongst the taller grasses, which speaks to the variety of different life that you see here out in the green fields. The light begins to rise a little bit as the sun begins to begin its a little bit later on in the morning trajectory. Keo, because you're the ranger here, I'd like you to make a survival check, please.
All right then. Do I have advantage or not because I'm used to these fields or no? Just I'm sure.
It is not related to dragons, so no.
Okay. 19.
Okay. All right. With a 19, you're able to clear a path, or find rather a clear path. Perhaps it's a game trail used by the roaming herds of impalas and other various herbivores, and you manage to avoid anywhere that would be troublesome. And you make it through your first full day of travel without much issue. Did anybody happen to pick up a tent or anything like that?
Yeah, I should have a tent.
Let me check. I have a
Oh,
badge
wait,
roll.
maybe I don't. Maybe I only took the bedroll. I don't think I took the tent.
All right.
Think about it now.
That's fine for now. The weather is clear, so no harm done here. It's pretty decent out. A bedroll will suffice. You won't catch exposure or anything like that. But you begin to bed down for the evening. Watches. Who would like to take the first night's watch?
Who's got night vision or dark vision? I guess?
I think
No.
everyone but Keo.
No, I don't either.
I don't think anyone has it, right?
No,
Jobna has
Naomi
dark
has
vision.
night vision. You can
Oh, really?
see.
Okay.
Yes. Or
I
dark
got
vision.
the anime pack. I see.
Sprue and Ray.
Also, Jamie also has dark vision. Only enough.
Oh, well,
Really?
let's just make the bird do all the watch eyes. That sounds
Hey,
good.
no.
I can take first if you guys want. It'll be easier.
I can take third.
I was
watch.
gonna.
Or I guess how many watches? are there? Just one.
Nami will take second watch.
Know what I mean?
How many
I
watches
have-
are
Know
there
what I
total?
mean?
I think we should just do 2 people per watch and have 2 watches, no?
So you need 6 hours of rest to get a long rest and to avoid
Mhm.
exhaustion. So each and the night is 8 hours, so you need 4 watches.
Oh, 4 watches. Okay.
Yeah, I think in all honesty,
I'll take fourth
um,
watch. I'll take like the morning one.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll take the 2 in the daytime with the most light should be solos, and then nighttime can be like a double.
All right, so we have Zazit first, and then we have Ki-
Anyone wants...
And then
you
we-
can join someone in a watch, and Jamie can join another. In case anyone is not too sure of their wisdom scores for perception.
You can join me on the morning watch, and I'll go hunt with my survival.
Sounds good.
We'll see if I can get one of them Impalas.
Okay, so who is going to be
I keep thinking about the car. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I can't not think of the car when you say that. I just think of like the Impalas just driving through the fields, and we're just like, oh,
Yeah.
this is
We gotta
majestic
hunt them for the
animal.
No, I
What
had
is this?
I'm playing a campaign where a vehicle literally drove into the forest, like an actual modern vehicle drives into a forest, picks up one of the characters, pisses off into the distance, and then returns later. I was tripping out, man. I was like, "Come on, man, we really doing this?"
like that scene in Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Incredible. All right, so we have Zazit for first watch. Second watch is
Nami will
Naomi.
take second. Yeah.
Naomi takes second. Dravna, did you want to take third?
That drive don't take third.
All right,
And then
Dravna.
4th is Kyo and Jamie, while Marquise goes hunt.
Right. Okay. All right, so begin to bed down, make camp. It's easy enough. It's easy enough to eat some rations for dinner. So go ahead and mark those off for me, please. Just 1 charge of your rations.
All right.
Hmm.
I mean, if we had any time before, you tell me. I got that fishing tackle. You know what I'm saying?
You got what?
I got that fishing reel, all that stuff. So
Not
if we had
really any
time
water
before,
anywhere
we can-
nearby.
Yeah,
That
the
was
river
my
is
follow-up
more
question.
right.
You might be able to do that on the next day, but today is a little landlocked, or waterlocked, rather.
Nice, very good. You let me know.
Sure.
You're the brains of the map. So
Henley, would you mind turning yourself up a little bit?
turning myself up.
Yes,
Oh my god.
just a little
I swear to
bit.
God, every time I do a Windows update, it just
I don't doubt it.
nasty shit. Let me just double check some things first.
Sure.
Oh Jesus. Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah, so much better. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah. That's Windows updates for you, yeah? They just go, oh, let me just correct your microphone real quick. It's like, no, thank you.
Holy volume balance, Batman. Thank you. Thank you.
No worries.
Okay. All right. You all begin to make camp, arrange the watches, and proceed to execute them. Zazit,
No, Jeremy, no. Okay.
go ahead and make me a perception check.
Absolutely. Has a 19, do you?
19. Very good.
Tell me what my eyes tell. Show me what my eyes see. There we go.
In the fading light of the first day of travel, as the sun begins to dip below the tree line of the sharp teeth, the wood of the sharp teeth, you see that there is a slight uptick in the wildlife and their activity. Nothing that's concerning is like a warning of a stampede or a large predator, but you do notice that there is a bit of excitement that goes on at this later part of the day. Is there anything you do noticing this?
You mean like an animal excitement?
You just see like there's more activity. You know, like during the day, as you were traveling along this wild part of the Greenfields, you saw squirrels and you saw impalas and you saw other slightly larger animals, smaller than a bread box. You know, just kind of milling around. But you're seeing a bit more activity than you saw during the day.
I guess for the most part, Zaza would just kind of like. He wouldn't leave camp. He'd just kind of like stick around a bit more and watch and make sure that nothing untoward happens. So he's not going to go investigate or nothing like that. But,
Okay. Understood.
He'll keep an eye out. Yeah.
All right. Next we have Naomi. Zazet's watch ends, and he
Wakey.
and he kind of rocks your shoulder a little bit to get you up as you take your watch. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Naomi raises like the dead. She just like elves. You guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just right up. And then she gets up, rolls up her bedroll, rolls her shoulders, and then sits on a nearby a stump or something of the like.
The only thing I need to tell you is that some animals were doing animal things. Yeah, that shouldn't surprise you, because animals tend to do that.
True. All right, off to bed with you.
Sazet will spend the next 25 minutes taking his armor off.
Lucky for you, it only takes 10 minutes.
Very good.
16, very good. With a 16 perception check, Naomi, you also assume a very watchful stance, just kind of walking between a couple of different points around the camp, just making sure you're getting every vantage you can. And you don't see the same activity level that Zazet was telling you about, but you do see off in the distance, not anywhere close to your camp, and thank goodness you haven't actually lit a fire, because you see a pair of yellow eyes gleaming in the moonlight. It's coming from above, and you can see a dark shape pushing the grass out of the way as it makes its way across the field. And what's really unsettling is that you can't properly make out what it is. It seems like the form just kind of shifts. Though I will say, you can easily tell that it's a four-legged creature.
Four-legged creature. It's too far away for her to see with dark vision. She need actual light. Or the other thing, devil's sight, I guess.
Potentially.
Which she doesn't have. Would have been useful here, but I had to make my choices. Anyway. She just keeps a kind of a side-eye look in that direction, keeping watch, and she lets it go about its business, really, as long as it doesn't get too close.
Make another perception check, please.
One more time. All right, this is gonna be an 8. Watch. Nat 1, even worse.
Okay.
Oh, that's karma, just like coming right in and being like, yeah, nah, call it out again, I tell you.
No, it would have been a total of 8, so that's 3 more. And that's less than 10, which is still a fail. Probably.
You do not notice anything else during your watch. Dravna, Naomi roughly wakes you up, and you can hear her clogging away as she goes back to settle down for the rest of the evening.
Ronald will grunt, kind of like scratch his hair, get his bed head out. Anything interesting during the night?
He like leans in. Wait. Hold on. There's something out there. It's been getting closer, but if it's huge. It doesn't seem to want to get too closer, but it's massive. I don't want anywhere near it. If you make too much of a commotion, it might eat us.
Dravna's all groggy. He just slowly blinks. Then best get to bed. But kill it. I don't want to wake any of you.
You're like, she immediately squints. Friggin' Dravna. She like leads up against a tree instead of using a pit roll.
Do you go back to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Dravna, you assume the guard position, just quietly walking around the outskirts of the camp. Make a perception check, please.
If I were to cast a spell, not a cantrip, but an actual spell, would that break my attempts at a long rest?
No. Not
Okay.
necessarily.
I was gonna cast my spell of... Where is it? Yeah, borrowed knowledge to give myself proficiency with perception.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Dravna will, like, close his eyes, put 2 fingers over his left eye, mutter a spell, and slowly slant from the left to the right, and a little gray sparkliness will slowly radiate from his eyes.
There's a brief flash of light and darkness curled together in this infernal glow for a moment, and you feel that your perception has been elevated.
Okay. I go from a -1 to a +1.
And
You-
That's a very strong perceiving
Ooh.
position you're in.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the dice play with that 20. With a 15, you stare out into the darkness as if you were looking out into a void, or at least it would be if you didn't have dark vision. But you can clearly see the outlines of the grasses gently swaying in the night breeze. And then you see them off in the distance, the same distance that Naomi saw that creature from before. But you see humanoid shapes, much more clearly defined in the grass as they slink their way through. And they seem to be following something, but the trail that they're following isn't in your direction. They seem to be headed to the east, towards Burdusk.
Okay. Drobna will kneel down, plunge the blade of his sword into the ground, rest his hands on the pommel, and just, like a guard dog, stare at them and just monitor their position.
Okay. As you do, there's a brief moment where they stop suddenly, as if they've heard something or noticed something, and you kind of hold your breath, anticipating the coming charge of whatever these creatures are, but then they resume their march, and they make their way into the darkness and away from your camp. What do you do, if anything?
He'll still stay motionless, but like he'll just be using his head to swivel left, right, just monitoring,
Okay.
and he will not get up from where he's kneeling.
The next hour passes full attention, but the sun begins to just peak. The fingers of light that come with the dawn begin to just take grasp of the tops of the mountainsides on the east. As Kyo and Jamie, you are woken up along with my brain all of a sudden turned off for the names of the people I'm playing with.
Okay.
Marquise, thank you. As well as Marquise, you're woken up for this last shift.
Morning, Governor. Everything okay in the watch?
I wish I could lie, but no. There were humanoid creatures hunting, patrolling, couldn't tell what. But they headed towards the northeast area. I monitored for the next hour, but I haven't seen them since. Since it's sunrise, hopefully you two will have a better chance of spotting something.
Humanoid creatures. Jack, could Kyo roll something to see if she remembers anything about any stories or the like of humanoid creatures that's vague this area?
There's a ton of humanoid creatures that might live here besides people. There are goblins, there are kobolds, there are even what are sometimes called pygmies that come out of the wood of sharp teeth. They're rather nasty little creatures, but based on the description, you can't really figure out what it is.
Could you give any other details? Could be lots of things. Could be goblins, could be pygmies, could even be a group of gnomes or halflings that are just hunting.
No, I can't say I got any more clear details on them. But they appear
They were-
to... get the feeling they sensed we were here, at least. If they wanted to cause trouble, they would have done so already.
Well, I'll make sure to keep an watch. Oh, Marquis.
They were northeast,
Yes.
heading which direction?
Or I guess out of character, it was northeast, right, Jack?
They were headed, to the northeast towards Burdusk, the same direction that you guys are headed. But you you could point out the area that you saw them, and perhaps someone could investigate if they wanted to.
Yeah, Droughton will stand up. He'll point the blade of his sword over to where he was resting. They were over in that direction, headed to the northeast. Essentially, where we're heading to Burdusk.
All right.
Well, I'm sure it's fine, though, if you want to. Marquis or I could go check up the right direction to see if there's any problems still. Not go too far from the camp after all.
I appreciate that. But I also know that Naomi, when she woke me up, she said that there was, and he'll, slyly smile and kind of, dangle his fingers all spooky, like, there was a spooky creature out there. But knowing Naomi, can't tell if she's telling the truth or not.
Which direction was the creature?
He'll point in the same direction.
Ooh. All right.
Now, Naomi usually is very honest about these type of things. So I'm sure that it must be something that really did worry her a lot. Or at least in some way. Oh, Marquis, are you still going to go hunting?
Yeah.
Do you have a bow? I have one for me if you want it.
It's fine. I have a few javelins.
Fair enough. Alright then.
Yeah, take this instead. Dravna will actually go to his rucksack, pull out a heavy crossbow with 10 bolts, and just throw it over to you.
I just might be a little bit better with a javelin than with a crossbow.
Heavy crossbows
appreciate
are strength weapons.
What?
Yeah, that's how I play them.
He's only hunted with javelins. He hasn't really
Oh,
hunted with
okay.
anything else.
That's fine. If it's just a preference, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a preference.
Dravna will shrug then. Fine, suit yourself, and he'll take everything back.
God, I always lose track of the arrows too. It's just, you don't want to see me with a bow. It just doesn't go.
Also, here, Marquis, for you. And Kyo pulls out a crystal whistle and passes to Marquis. If you ever run into trouble and need mine or Jamie's help, just blow the whistle, and we'll come to your aid.
So of all the creatures you know in the wood of sharp teeth, are they bigger, or
Then you?
besides the really big fella?
Are you going? You shouldn't go into the woods. If
No,
you're going to hunt.
I'm just asking a question.
He wouldn't be able to make it in a day anyway, on foot.
Yeah.
Any creature in the woods are bigger. Would you know any really big creatures in the woods beyond the serpents, Jack?
There have been reports of all kinds of creatures. It's in the same realm, I think, for Kyo as perhaps her grandfather's boasting. Not really something that she would take super seriously. but just looking at it from a distance is pretty foreboding enough to warn anyone away from it.
Well, yes, but probably is the better answer. You know how farmers and hunters can be. They will really like to boast, especially when they tell stories. I've heard things like, oh, there is this really big bear, like the size of a house there. I've heard stories about really strange boars whose tusks have the power of lightning infused into it. Hell, I even heard one time about this really big fish that could swallow a manhole in the rivers of the wood of the shark teeth. And like,
Jeez.
yes, there's probably some truth to it. I wouldn't be surprised there are really big bears in there, if there is some strange type of boars or even really big fish. Just, it's kind of like my grandpa's, kind of hard to separate the truth from the myth. Like, when I was young, for example, my grandfather used to love boasting about my strength, like saying how I could suplex a fucking bow, just because I was a bit stronger than average of the other people of my kids. Just how people are, really. It's a quiet town, so to entertain ourselves, we kind of boast a little. Just,
Drav, go on. Sorry.
alright, what's for one sake, Travna?
Oh, Dravno's just gonna. You'll actually hear him yawn. Oh, that's a very enticing story, but I'm heading to bed. And he points over to where his sack is, and he's just gonna flop down.
Well then, seems like it's time for us to do our duty.
Mhm.
You should be fine though. The wood is far enough from here that nothing from it's going to come out. Okay?
Um. Okay. So I see we're smack dab in the middle of three of these ruined villages, right?
Yes, but they're far enough away. Imagine like in the corners of this square. So you're pretty much dead smack in the middle of all of them.
Yeah, and it takes like okay, so I wouldn't even be able to see one of them by the time.
I mean, you probably passed fairly close to the ruins of a couple on your way here. You could probably backtrack in like a couple hours on foot, but
But more than four probably.
yes.
All right, I'll just go hunting then.
Okay. Keo, for your watch, make me a perception check. Let's just go ahead and get
One
this
for
one out of the
me
way.
and one for Jamie, or should I do for advantage because of Jamie?
So we're gonna kind of hack this a little bit, try it out. We'll say that Jamie will aid you, but instead of just giving you advantage, we'll rate how much bonus he gives you based on his roll. So make 2 rolls for me, please. One for you, one for Jamie.
This here is for Kia, and this here is for Jamie. Second.
Pretty good on your own. Let's see how much Jamie helps.
I can.
Oh, also a 19, 23. Okay, so that will be that will actually be a +6 to help you. So a 25 total.
That's
With-
my burp.
With the 25 total, you see that there is a bit of change in your surroundings that you didn't notice, at least perhaps the day before. You see that the game trail looks a bit disturbed this morning. You're not 100% sure what caused the disturbance, but there's definitely been some activity over the course of the night as you're just kind of looking around. So that is a tad bit concerning. Marquise, you
Yes.
start to head out into the grass. Describe to me your process of hunting, please.
Marquise will probably be staying pretty low to the ground. He is kind of he does kind of suck in stealth with that big armor, but he'll be going from tree to tree. He'll have his javelin out opposed to his polearm. And he's looking for, I guess, more medium or large size creatures, ones that could feed the whole party opposed to just like a squirrel or something. Like he's looking for some big game.
Gotcha. So perhaps an antelope or a
Yeah, or an
impala or
impala.
something. Okay.
Zazit shudders in his sleep.
Because you are not necessarily in a rush, I'll say because you are taking the time to be stealthy, that your armor actually won't count against you for this particular instance. But only because you're not rushed in any kind of danger. So you begin to sneak forward into the grass, and Keo, you're rather impressed because at a few times you kind of lose sight of Marquise as he is crouched down with his javelins ready to go. Make me a survival check, please, Marquise. Ooh.
Wait, don't I have proficiency in survival?
Let's see.
Oh, but it's a minus. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's -1 +2. With a 4, unfortunately, you don't see any game. Perhaps your armor is giving you away after all. You're not sure what the issue is, but you just don't see much game. But you do realize that you're in the vicinity of where Dravna was pointing you out earlier. If you wanted to investigate the area,
Sure.
how would you like
Is
to do
perception? Oh. Marquise would just work his way through from tree to tree. He'd be looking for any clearings, but staying on like the edge of them. That makes sense.
that? Okay. Is there anywhere you're looking at specifically? Like anything you're curious to know?
Well, I guess I'm looking for either humanoid or beast, as Javna mentioned both.
Okay. Make me a survival check again. Hopefully this one will be better.
Hopefully. Probably not. Oh, lovely.
Even with a 6, you actually see that there are some very clumsy armored steps. But what's concerning to you about these steps is that, or these footprints, is that they appear to be small, not quite child size, perhaps a little bit bigger. And you can see that the gait is almost bow-legged. Like these things, whatever they were in armor, were just kind of stomping through the grass here awkwardly. And you can see that there's enough sets for there to be about 10 individuals.
Could I follow the trail with stealth to the best of my ability without, going too far to get back within those 4 hours?
You begin to kind of follow the trail of these odd footprints, and you realize very quickly that if you continue to follow them, you will lose sight of your camp.
Marquise will just... Yeah, Marquise won't follow them then.
Okay. You head back to the camp. Unfortunately, no extra rations in hand.
Guys and Jim, with the changes Kyo noticed, are there any changes around the camp itself? Like, it seems like anyone outside of us messed with the camp
No.
some way?
No, actually, it looks like you guys had a pretty safe buffer. It seems like anything that has lived here longer than you has decided not to come close.
Alright.
Perhaps,
Where Marcus comes,
perhaps wiser than they even knew. Looks at Dravna.
danger. As Marquis comes back, Kia noticed the lack of game on him, so it's just like she kind of gives him an understanding smile. Hunting can be difficult after all. No luck, I take it.
No.
Happens
These scales are
sometime.
really irritating with the armor, sure. Oh.
Oh,
Marquise
You
kind
know
of
he-
plays it off. Like he's just embarrassed. He's not really. He's trying to
oh,
switch
you
to
know
talk.
who could help you? I remember Zazet mentioned at dinner yesterday something about dealing with the scales not feeling too good. So maybe he knows something on how to help you in that situation.
I think
I
he
love
said
the
that
idea that you look over at Zaza and he's like splayed out like across like sideways across his sleeping roll, and he's just like basically in like the most uncomfortable position you could possibly imagine.
I mean, he just said that he likes the feeling of a scale on scale, but I don't know. He's been scaly his whole life. I don't really know if he could
I'm sure he can help. Don't be afraid now. Look, it's almost time for them to wake up anyway. If you want, I can be the one to wake him for you.
No. I'll ask if I so choose.
You see Kyo genuinely contemplating the idea of just going and asking anyway, but she resigns herself not to do it. Fine, it's your decision. I'm not going to bother that much. But still, give it a thought. In any case, like I said, I think it's about time for us to wake them. Do you want to do it gentle or do you want to do it rough?
Marquise just kind of smiles and then just starts screaming.
Wait,
Wake up!
before
We're under attack!
Kyo fake quickly picks up a dagger and fakes being stabbed like by putting the dagger between her armpits and laying down. Bleh.
Naomi, make a wisdom save, please.
Oh my fucking god.
I do want to. Can I roll performance
Of
to see how
course.
bad it is?
No,
Oh, God.
no performance needed. Naomi with the natural 1. You see, through half-lidded eyes that are suddenly wide open in the blazing sunlight of the morning. You see in a blurry figure, which looks like Kyo, who has suddenly been stabbed. What do you do?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. She leaps up, transforms immediately, and there is an just an untold rage as she like looks around, actually snarling like an animal. It's quite disturbing to a certain degree. Even her hands have become claw-like, like a wolf man's or a beast's. And as she looks around looking for combat, she looks at Kyo, sees that it is merely a dagger stuck under her armpit, and then she says, "Oh, you wicked thing! Wicked things, both of you!"
Uh,
I like to imagine that Naomi said that while getting close to Kyo, and as soon as Naomi got close, Kyo would spring and pull her into a hug while dragging her down to the ground as well.
You other two are rudely awoken by shouting.
yeah, Drobna like immediately perks up. Bonus action, blade in hand, stands up. Ah! And he's like spinning left, spinning right.
You just see
panting in
you
a
just see
sweat.
you just see Naomi and Kyo just kind of rolling on the ground laughing.
My eyes dart towards Marquise, who is also screaming.
I don't know, what does Marquise look like in this moment?
Marquise is kind of like hand on his face, trying to hide a smile, and he's just
Drobna will
giggling to himself, looking back.
Drobna will grit his teeth, grinding them, face flushing red, like burning red, eyes beginning to glow a little gray, and he's just gonna take a sword, throw it on the ground, and just march off into the wilderness, just yelling, "Idiots!"
And how is
Zaza
that
will-
reacting?
Yeah, so Zaza just kind of like groggily wakes up. He's just like, I see everyone in this party as a morning person then. Fuck my life.
Wasn't that bad of a joke? Come on, everyone.
So Zazet will stand up, loincloth only, go over to the campfire, poke it, and just be like,
There was no fire.
enough screaming. We need. Well, I require coffee.
Yeah, I should have clarified. Dravna's also not in his armor. He's just in a loincloth, shirtless, and just marching through the tall grass now away from this camp.
Dravna, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Sure.
You step on a branch as you're kind of stomping through the woods, and it would have sack tapped you as it sprung up out of the ground, but you managed to dodge out of the way just in time.
He kicks it, keeps storming off.
Make another dex save.
Dravna.
He's fine.
You
I know.
You stomp down extra hard on another branch that's been knocked down over several windstorms, and this one sack taps you for sure.
He'll grit his teeth, not mutter, but just like sit down quickly, cross-legged. He's also walked far enough from the camp that you all notice that his sword has just mysteriously disappeared. It's back at his side now.
Marquise
just
grabs
wanna
his
point
pants and heads over.
I just want to point out that Buttermilk was calm and very quaint. If Buttermilk is angry and agitated, the morning would have been very different for me.
Oh. Joke
Like
is one
buttermilk more
thing.
than us?
No, well, I mean, animals intrinsically can sense danger, and the only danger here is a terrible morning prank. By the way, I want to point out, you only get one, so I hope it was worth it.
Oh, it's fast. I can assure you.
Oh, what happens in the next one?
Well,
Inform
the
me.
next one, you will be sleeping in the morning, and you will see what an ultimate prank is.
Oh.
You won't know
Is
when
that
it is
right?
coming. Yes. Sometime in the near future.
There's a
You will be
glint in
pranked.
Naomi's eyes as she listens to Zazet and nods darkly.
Kyo
You have
noticed.
set yourself up for failure. I hope you.
Yeah,
This
noticed-
is the ultimate confrontation.
Yeah, right. Good
Kyo
morning.
noticed the glints on Marquise's and Naomi's eyes and says to Zazet, I'll be fully honest with you, Zazet. I'm pretty sure that your words only help to bolster their desire to do so.
I don't think anyone else here has the power of a literal god backing them up in the pranking department like I have. Prepare yourselves. It won't be kind.
What does a little Netherwinter servant know about pranks?
Please, have you grown up in the barracks of a Neverwinter hold like I have?
No,
Men are forged on the back of pranks. You haven't been pranked until you've been pranked in the army.
Nonsense. If you haven't been pranked by a several hundred-year-old elven woman, then you've got nothing.
Oh, please. What would an elven woman of 100 years age have over men inside of a barracks?
Why don't you ask my mother?
Or
I don't know your mother. That
Exactly.
would be actually very difficult for me to do.
Exactly. You don't know anything yet.
Camp has been
I'm very confused by this conversation.
Camp has been effectively torn down at this point, I'll say. You guys prepare yourselves to travel once more. Is there
Wait,
any...
I need another 25 minutes to put on my armor. I'm sorry.
Naomi helps him.
Oh,
Or
okay.
he says, y'all haven't nearly been waterboarded in your sleep by and half for quoting you down, son. It is. I don't think you guys know anything about pranks. But
What an
If you wanna-
unholy YouTube prank is that?
Dravna will finally walk back into the camp, very monotone. None of you have had 20 daggers in your back. Let's get going.
Mark,
And he'll start
Those
putting
are
his
not.
armor
That's a murder.
We need to
attempt.
work on the definition of the word prank, I think.
Marquise kind of his eyebrows furrow. He looks over and he just holds on his pants.
John
Before you
quickly
go,
just snatches it, turns around, starts putting them on.
before all of you go, I do have one important thing I have to notice.
There's a
During
coffee.
the, I'm sorry, we don't have those.
Oh, sorry.
During the night, I didn't notice any movement or the like, so we are quite safe. But it does appear that Ravina's suspicions wasn't indeed correct. The camps are very much moved over and ruffled, so
Um,
something didn't appear.
when I was out and about hunting, I saw like a huge pack of footprints. It seems like it was kind of like a maybe smaller creature, bow-legged and armored, heading over in
Bow,
the Birdust
bow-legged,
direction.
small creature. Were the footprints deep or not?
No, they're pretty small. I mean, they clearly had armor on, but I don't know if they were that
Um,
deep, all things considered.
Jack, with this, would Kia be able to at least reduce the number of things it could be?
It sounds like, based on what you know, the possibilities are kind of limited to somewhat intelligent humanoids at this point. So, your halflings, your goblins, perhaps gnomes, maybe, or maybe just some really rowdy children. You
But
know,
all 10 were bow-legged, right?
they were like wide steps, like just kind of like the same energy as like a guy sitting with his legs completely open in public transit. You know what I mean? Just like really owning the
Wow.
space.
From your description, Marquise, it makes me think that the creatures then were probably goblins, maybe a group of halflings, a group of gnomes, maybe. Regardless, Sigurd at least was self-intelligent. But yeah, just
Yeah.
want to keep everyone apprised of that before we go and continue. Oh, also, Zazit, I didn't tell you. Your name me of buttermilk inspired me to name my own horse in a similar manner.
Oh, please
Behold,
don't. You'll eat it.
I don't eat horses.
Jamie just
You
like
don't eat animals.
Jamie just kind of perks up and tilts his head.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. I'll bite. What did you name your horse? That is clearly inferior to the word buttermilk.
Well, if yours is buttermilk, I decided to name mine after a big city delicacy. This is chocolate milk.
I like it. Wholly original. Fits within the theme. Very well done.
Incredible.
Just please do not eat the horse. That's all I ask. It's
I
quite
promise
barbaric,
I won't
actually.
eat it, nor will Jamie. Also, Keaton looks to the other three. Now, you three have to name yours something with milk. Good luck.
There's strawberry milk is available. Oat milk
Blueberry
is
milk?
also available.
His name is Milk. John just mutters that.
The original.
That's really good.
His name is Sour Milk.
Whose milk?
Sour?
I had a feeling it was sour. I just wanted to confirm.
I kind of like kicked Drabner a little bit. Yours, by the way, not mine.
What does Naomi
So-
name?
Luckily, my
we-
horse already has a name. You'll have to try again later.
What does Naomi name hers, if anything?
She just crosses her arms and says, "It's strawberry." Because
Strawberry milk?
I tried maple milk once. It was a bit too sweet.
There you go.
As of this day forward, we will officially be known as the Milk Boys. I like it.
The Milkmen.
Wait, no, the Milk Boys doesn't
Marcus
sound
is
nice,
milk.
but what about the Milk Warriors?
No, that is too antagonistic. We must remain cute.
Marquise kind of steps his way to like to the side of Zazit, and then kind of mockingly says, "Oh, so it's we now?" And he puts his hand around him.
I mean, that is how you refer to a group, yes.
I'm not sure that's going to work, Marquise.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm
either.
also 7 foot tall, so that would be very difficult for you to do that.
He's not that much shorter. He's probably, what, a foot shorter, I guess. It's not that
I'm
hard.
6'3". It's like 9 inches.
Would you like me to
Wait.
bend down to make it easier for you?
No, he has his arm like fully.
Okay,
It's
this
fully
is
extended.
not 5'10" versus this is not 5'11" versus 6 foot memes. Come on now. 9 inches, 9 inch.
Actually, Marquise would
Bruh.
be. Now that I think about it, Marquise would be slightly taller. Be like 6'5". Now,
Oh, he's
Post-
down. That's well then.
post
That's
transformation.
only.
I forgot to mention that.
Oh yes, the scales add to the bottom of the soles, increasing the height. Yes, happens to
Yep.
a lot of people.
Naomi cheats with her Gaeta. Yes.
With her clogs, yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's like every scene, the hat gets bigger. Every scene, the clothes get taller.
true.
But let's continue, folks. We do have lots of ground to make.
We are burning
Everyone ready?
daylight. Yes.
Oh, also, while we do go and think about the name, I just realized something. If we do go with the Milkfin, wouldn't we need to have Draven as a leader because he literally has milk white hair?
I was
Marcus
gonna say
kinda-
it's more like bone meal, but
As the party
I'm
content,
just staring at the ground, listening to this whole conversation, fingers twitching, eye twitches. We are burning daylight. Let's go. He turns marine.
oh, don't be such a sour
He
Yeah.
mouth.
looks physically depressed. Just listening to everyone.
as the
Real
party
good leader, huh?
as the party cracks these jokes and contemplates the milk puns, Kyo, please make a survival check to guide the party towards Burdusk.
All right then.
With a 23, you hear a ruckus coming up ahead as I make sure that the map is ready to go here. Hold on for me for just a moment, please. But you do hear that there is a kerfuffle up ahead. You can hear what sounds like some kind of animal that's being cornered. You can hear what sounds like a feline snarl and growl and roar coming from just up ahead. You can see that there's a small cluster of trees, and the sound is coming from just around that bend. You have an option to completely avoid these noises because of your high roll, or you can go and investigate, your choice.
Kyo would raise her hand for the group to stop as soon as she hears the noise and says to everyone, I hear noises of a feline, probably big, around here, and appears to be fighting. I say we go check it so we can either get more rations from the hunt, or if it is already being hunted, we help the hunters already.
You're
Okay, everyone?
surprisingly bloodthirsty.
And not
Yeah.
bloodthirsty. It's just we need food. It's the truth, unfortunately.
Wait, I thought you didn't eat meat.
I
What?
prefer not to eat meat, but I do eat it. I'm a farmer.
Oh.
Blood farmer, maybe.
I'm not a blood
Okay.
farmer.
Okay, these jokes
Yes.
are very funny.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
Good.
Naomi, don't. Let's just go check on it.
As you begin
Thank you.
to approach the scene here, now you're beginning to hear the sound of smaller voices of humanoids. Except these are not gnomish voices. They're not human voices of children. And they're certainly not halflings either. You hear
Kobolds.
a pack of goblins. And they've got something
Oh, okay, that's
cornered.
fine.
And they've got something cornered. And whatever it is, it's pissed. I'm going to show you the scene. But you do not have tokens actually on the field, but you are going to see the scene from a distance away. I just have to pull y'all's tokens. Hold on for me for just a second here.
I regret not having the charging feet so I can scream, the milk boys are here.
Bruh.
Let me just get everybody on here. Who am I missing?
I mean, you still can.
Yes.
You're
You are
not.
correct.
Naomi will do it with Zephyr Strike and go super fast. And she'll run past them because she is not a tank.
Hold on, let me take off the token vision here. There we go. You see off in the distance, after you come around the bend of this small line of trees, you can see that there is a coal furred creature with a pair of tentacles coming out of its back, and you can see two smaller versions of it perched on top of a rock and they are surrounded by a pack of goblins that are kind of menacing the group with spears and scimitars as well. What do you do?
What was sorry? One more time. What was the creatures in the inside of the attack here?
Above board, these are displacer beasts and displacer kittens. But you as characters may not know that.
No worries. I just because I saw the icon, I was like, maybe he's just using the icon for that. But no, you actually, yep, okay.
Would you know anything about this displacer beast you mentioned?
Make a Arcana check. Yeah, because this is not a natural creature, so yes.
Could Drana as well? With
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's all we need.
Keo, displacer beasts have kind of fascinated you ever since you were a little child because it sounds like a cat, but these are not regular cats, and now that you're seeing them for the first time, you can decide whether or not you're horrified, because these are six-legged, tentacled, panthered creatures. But you can see that it does have offspring with it, which can be kind of cute, even though they're, abominations of nature in the natural order. So you know that these are displacer beasts. They are rather hard to hit, unless you have some kind of way to combat their natural field of misdirection. So yeah.
Small question.
Yes.
With an Atlantic, would I know I imagine it's a beast, but because maybe you're not kind of few, I'm sure. Is it a beast? Like in... Oh,
No.
hi, Jamie.
No. It is a It is a what's the term? Aberration. It is not a beast.
Don't make me... As soon as we see this Displacer Beast, everyone would basically be able to see Kyo's eyes out but glitter out of excitement that he sees a creature. However, this is the complicated situation. What are the goblins saying?
And Goblin, you can just hear them just kind of shouting indiscriminately. But some of them are saying like, yeah, we're gonna kill it. We're gonna kill it.
I love the idea that every single person slowly turns to Kia and just like looks at her, and she licks her lips.
Boy, I'm a team dad.
Rubs her hands together, just like, yeah.
You have to see that for sure that Kia, she's not licking her lip, but she 100% considering her mind the idea of like, can I keep these as pets? And for a second or two, before she shakes her head and looks at the others. This is a group of displacer beasts. They are very fascinating creatures. They have this, what do you say around them, Jack? A displacement field or something?
Yes, there is even now, and even the kittens have this as well. You can see that there is a field that surrounds them that kind of obscures their actual position. So you imagine if trying to swing on this creature or try to shoot an arrow, it would be kind of difficult. In other words, you have disadvantage on attack rolls against these things.
Kyo will look and say,
Unless you hit them,
sorry,
in which case it deactivates for a round.
and Kyo says, these are really fascinating creatures. Technically, they are abominations of nature, but they're very fascinating. They have these strange fields around them that stay in place until they actually are hit by something. Oh, they're they're so cool, but
So, are we keeping the mother alive or one of the children alive? Which one are you actually planning on taming?
Jack, just to be sure, goblins in this are they considered like just like kobolds naturally evil, or are they considered being
Oh, absolutely. They will just as quickly kill you as look at you.
Okay. It's not possible to trade with goblins properly, right?
Maybe, if you're lucky, and you scare them more than they think they can kill you, but most of the time, no.
Mm,
Yeah, they're gonna
No.
always try to get the best deal, which should be killing you. So
You look at the others. Depends. I have my clear preferences, truth be told, which is to knock the goblins down and let the animals go, but
Oh,
displacer
okay.
beasts are very dangerous, though. However,
That was not the answer I was expecting to hear from you. I'll be honest.
I'm not bloodthirsty, but
Because the subject has come up in conversation prior to this, you would imagine that this creature probably came out of the woods of Sharp Teeth.
yeah.
Because it has kits with it.
But imagine these creatures came here from the woods of Sharp Teeth, and I imagine they probably would go back to it after we let it go.
My question
However,
is, why would it leave?
Oh no, this displacer beast is going to stay outside of the forest until the kits are grown, and then she'll go back. Otherwise, the Greenfields are fair game until then.
Oh, it's just they left because it's their natural habits. You see, these placer beasts, when they're young, their mother takes away so they can grow first properly without the dangers of the sharp woods forest. Sharp teeth
Wait,
forest.
so wouldn't it be best to then not interfere with what's happening here? If this is a life lesson that the mother is teaching its children?
Oh, it's not a life lesson. The kids are here to grow properly. The goblins are hunting it for food, I imagine. I'll be fully honest with you, the goblins are dead unless we intervene.
I mean,
These creatures-
humans can kill goblins. I assume these creatures can kill goblins too.
well, you're not trying to take these guys' soul, right? Because otherwise, I
Wait,
think we just
Is that what the bird does?
yeah. I think that's what the bird does.
The
Jamie
bird
doesn't
eats the
do
soul.
this. Jamie doesn't eat the soul of others.
You're
Okay, what
having
is
this.
Jamie
I mean, it
do?
literally
You're having this
becomes that
conversation
creature.
as these goblins begin to slightly encroach further upon the mother and her kittens, and as they do so, you can hear their armor kind of rattling as they begin to close in. Their boots beginning to carve into the mud of the green field as they approach.
Look,
We are wasting time. We need to act now.
Well,
let's
what's our action? What?
look, I'll be
Jabda.
fully honest, we
Kill
have
them
two
all!
options.
We kill them all?
Yes, I have some shit to work out with those guys. And he's just gonna look over at the goblins, begin to pull out his blade.
I think we just let nature run its course, and then we could, if the goblins win, we could kill them after.
I think Dravna just already rushed ahead.
Dravna, did you wait or did you rush in?
He hasn't rushed ahead yet. He's already like he's like motioning himself to start rushing ahead.
Okay.
Fine, let's knock down the goblins and
What? This is. There's no point. Wait. You said that the displacer beast could take care of the goblins, right?
yes, but they can still kill the kitties.
Isn't that just how nature? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They're all animals. Like,
Goblins are sentient, they're intelligent life forms.
yeah, well, are they? They're not us intelligent, and
I mean, that is.
they gotta eat
debatable.
too. They
They're
gotta eat
inherently
too.
evil. They need to be slayed. Bottom line.
Let's.
Are we forgetting about the army that we're supposed to be stopping?
It'll be fine. Trust me. It'll be okay. This is just. Let's just go. Unless anyone has a big problem with this, let us go.
Unfortunately, you've taken too long, and you can hear coming from the west side more heavy footfalls are beginning to join the field as you see another group of goblins begin to appear.
Oh, damn.
And you can see this middle goblin here raises a scimitar and points towards the displacer beast and just kind of swings it around, rallying his goblins around him.
Wait, and all these goblins have armor, yes?
Yes.
What type of armor? Like
Just like
material wise?
just regular metal armor. Nothing too sophisticated.
They have metal though?
Yes.
Yeah,
I've seen
Keo,
that twinkle
maybe
before.
maybe
I've
we
seen
do
that
help the
twinkle before.
displacer beast.
I do want to say, Jack, Keo would get out of chocolate milk. Just to,
Oh yeah, I'm assuming you guys are not going to take the horses into this.
and
I don't know. Buttermilk looks a little
Bloodthirsty. Gonna change that name to Blood Milk.
Bloody milk.
I don't know. Strawberry milk doesn't really get used anyways, so
We gotta hit him with the boys reference and go for mother's milk out here, boys. Come on now.
Oh
Come
my
on now.
god, dude.
Hell yeah. Don't know why the hell his name is that though. That's such a weird ass name. Anyway,
yeah. If anyone names their horse mother milk, I'm looking at them weird for the rest of the day.
No, you guys have never seen what is it? College football?
yeah.
I'm from a country that football is not a thing.
Try to keep
I'm more of a basketball
yourselves
person.
try to keep yourselves within this area, please, before as your starting location, and then we'll begin.
Mm-hmm.
Also, would it be okay for Jamie to be in his Drake farm?
You can do that, sure. I'll go ahead and do that for you.
Thank you.
I think I'm just gonna have to drag the token because I don't think it's gonna swap the thing.
We
So
can keep
yeah.
the token down here. Yeah, the button.
Would you mind if I had casted a spell on myself before we start?
Sure. I'll say you guys are still in the preparatory phase. Absolutely.
Then
Marquis spins his spear in front of himself, and as he gets faster and faster, he blows out a little bit of flame using
that's-
Gift of the Chromatic Dragon on his spear.
Hell yeah.
That's
Which,
okay, there we go.
um,
Bing bada boom.
how do I actually use it though? Do I just do the standard roll, or?
So you're gonna on the character sheet, you're going to
not
click on the thing.
doing anything.
The MIDI enchant, right?
Yes, the MIDI enchant. Hold on for just a second for me.
I don't
think-
know if that actually.
I think you might have cast it on Jamie.
What?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Hold on. Let me do
I had myself.
this. Okay, yeah. So now, there you go.
Oh, there we go. Mhm.
There you go.
Great. Perfect.
Sorry, hold on for me. Tokens. There we go. Sorry, I don't know why this isn't working right now. I'm losing my mind right now.
I found it over here.
We'll give it back. There we go. All right. So that's good to go. We cast spells. Is there anything else you need to do preparatory wise? Did you enchant your weapon there, Marquise?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic.
Be over here. There we go.
Okay. All right. We will now begin combat.
As the dragons say, let's fuck some shit up.
They say that?
Oh, no, I do.
Thick.
Wouldn't be surprised.
That's a lot of dice.
That's not nice.
Oh, would it have been okay to use a rally before combat?
Nope.
Or-
Unfortunately, no. You've already used
Oh, yeah, it
your
just started
your
out.
preparatory action to do the thing.
All right.
I
Alrighty.
get the thing.
So, first of the
really like
round, we have a
adventures.
goblin. Surprise, surprise. There's only 1 billion of them. This goblin, seeing that you have stepped onto the field, is going to look in your direction and tap his boss on the shoulder and just be like, "Ah!" as he points a scimitar over at you. And then he is going to prepare an action. He swaps
I rolled
to.
my initiative. Oh, sorry. I rolled my initiative and it kicked me out of the order, like to later.
What did you roll before?
We didn't roll
I-
initiative yet.
I didn't roll at all. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Weird. All right, you guys go ahead and roll your initiative. You remember how to do that, or I could just do it for you if you want.
I could do it.
Okay, great. I thought you guys had already done it. Ooh, a crit. So you might be going before this goblin.
Oh yeah, baby. Let's go.
Holy.
Okay. And then what is 6.4?
It's like you hover over your image and it's like it makes you roll the dice.
Hit Alt.
Yeah.
You hit Alt, and then you have the little triangles on you, and they go whoop whoop, and then you hit the button.
6.
Jeez Louise.
Okay. So
Now that we
actually,
got all our 20s out of the way. Let's roll some shit rolls.
it's actually Naomi who's up first. So Naomi, you see that one of the goblins has already started to take notice of you and your group. That is surrounding the goblin boss here. What do you do?
Hold on. See you later.
Later, nerds.
We transform and then we just swoosh, vanish. Let's see. We'll hit him with a little of this.
Keep in mind if never mind, you can't attack because use your action to
Yep.
turn invisible. All right, is that it?
Yeah, this has to be it.
Sounds it. It's now your turn. You just watch Naomi disappear. I'm sorry, Hanabi disappear, and then you hear footsteps leading towards the goblins on the left.
It is time to milk the goblins, milk boys.
Naomi struggles not to say anything to that.
Must maintain stealth.
We should stay clear of the displacer beast. Well, we should deal with all those on the left first. 'Cause if we fight near the displacer beast, it might not be able to tell foe from friend.
Wee.
100%.
Oh, I just realized something. I apologize. There's actually not this many goblins here. Hold on just a second. Sorry.
They're just dancing really fast. and
Yeah,
they
exactly.
just look
There was just like
goblins.
a goblin jutsu that just made them appear to be more than there were for a bit. Never mind. Sorry. Continue.
So I do that. Let's see. What else can I physically do during this time? Well, I don't do much. I will save all my cool stuff for later, I suppose. Yeah. But Zazit will, he's got his new hammer, feeling saucy. And maybe, if you allow me, I'll look at the leader of the goblins and I'll say something along the lines of, "You reek of shit, goblin."
You just see him narrow his eyes at you, taking his gaze off of the displacer beast, like any sign of
Little shitty goblin.
glee erased from his face, and he just kind of and he juts his little scimitar in your direction now.
I'm going to wipe you like the little shit you are. In case you... Yes, I will keep repeating this endlessly.
Marquise, you see that Zazit has thrown the gauntlet down at this boss goblin over here. What would you like to do?
Marquise will, before moving, spend a superiority die to give a Keo rally.
Okay, very cool.
And I don't know, he'll just say,
You have
ready
yourself.
yourself.
You have yourself selected, by the way.
Oh, wait. Oh. What?
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yep.
The milkman of cometh.
Usability. And then, do I have to click the healing button? Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Whew. Tasty.
lovely.
2
All right,
temporary hit
well-
points.
Hey, I mean, if you're not dead, a temporary hit
Uh.
point is everything.
Yeah. Marquise. I guess his voice cracks and he says, ready yourself. And.
Right, yourself.
Um,
It is good to stand next to a milk brother.
I don't know. He would just smile awkwardly at the goblins, showing his teeth off. He's just trying to go for intimidation factor, and he's gonna throw a spear at the big guy,
All right.
javelin at the big guy.
All right. Let's see it.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's in the chat.
Yep. Attack.
I believe. Yeah, 15 hits. Roll damage.
Bam.
Very nice. A javelin sails through the air over the heads of one of these goblins and sticks into the shield of this boss goblin as it takes that 8 points of damage. The javelin falls to the ground. You just hear it growling, its teeth gnashing in your direction. Good turn. Good turn. Next is a displacer beast. Sorry, I need to adjust the HP of these creatures. I don't know what happened. I thought I did this already. This should actually be this much. I'm actually just going to delete this kitten and then Control-C, Control-V. And then give this... Let's see, it was 17 initiative. Good enough. That's fine. Okay. So this displacer kitten is going to dash forward and tentacle this goblin. You just hear it just yowl and as one of its shoulder tentacles reaches out and touches this goblin. Tentacle attack. And it will hit and deal. It will actually not deal that much damage. It'll only deal this much damage. Three points of tentacle damage to the goblin. And that'll be
Getting
its
smacked around by a
turn.
child.
Basically. Next is the boss goblin's turn. It is going to remember an ability it should have used last time. And instead is going to take a couple steps back. 5, 10,
Seems
15.
poop rolls downhill.
20. And then is going to take out its bow and shoot at Marquise. I'm sorry, it's going to throw a javelin, not use a bow. Normal.
It's going to take the javelin out of its spine.
20. A 20 will hit. And it will deal 1d10 damage.
Whew.
6 points of
Savage.
piercing damage from a javelin.
Thwunk.
And he is going to spend the rest of his movement stepping back into line. And that will be his turn.
He threw his own javelin.
He did. So you basically gained 1 javelin after throwing a javelin. Math.
Hey.
The Mama
Quite the
Displacer
exchange.
Beast is going to run ahead. Let's see, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. And flank with the kitten and attack this goblin. Because it's pissed. And it's going to attack twice if the first attack doesn't kill it. 22 will hit. And it will deal all of this damage.
Oh.
10 points of damage. And that goblin is still up, so it is going to attack again with a tentacle. Ooh, a natural 1. It misses that second attack. But that's fine. Goblin's turn. Which goblin? Is it this one? The one that's almost dead?
Goblin D's nuts.
God damn it.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
I did. It's actually this one. This goblin is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20. Decisions. Yeah, it's gonna take a bow shot. I think it has a bow. Yeah, it has a short bow. It's also gonna take a short bow shot at Marquise here. Because the goblin boss is attacking you. Normal. 13 will miss. Good turn, goblin. Next is another goblin. This goblin not really paying attention to what the other goblins are doing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just enough. This goblin is going to flank. It's a flank train.
It's just a line of enemies just lining up, you know.
Yeah,
Conga line.
basically.
Only somebody had
Ooh,
a
that will
breath weapon.
hit. And it will deal some damage to the Displacer
Yeah.
Beast. 9 points of slashing damage. And that's going to be that goblin's turn. This goblin. Measure. Yep. It is going to run here. And take a stab at Marquise.
Oh, I used my reaction.
What's your reaction?
The Polar Master.
Okay.
Fucking it. Yeah.
Does it let you make an attack or?
Yeah.
I think what happens is when
If he
he's
enters
in
my
10
range.
feet,
Yeah.
yeah, then
Okay.
he gets hit. And
So he
if
actually
gets
makes
hit,
it this
he
far
stops.
first. So go ahead and make an attack roll. If you kill him before he can get to you, you won't take any damage.
I mean,
how's my
if he
progress
hits
35
him,
feet
he
away?
stops, doesn't he?
Do I have someone else?
No,
Oh, I have
that's-
the Goblin
nothing.
boss already.
Oh,
He
that's
doesn't have
Sentinel.
Sentinel.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have
Sorry,
Sentinel.
I get the wombo combo confused.
It's all good.
Whoa! Oh my gosh! Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna
Just
delete
remember it's in the
these.
chat for attack.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna do the top one. Sorry.
all good.
Normal.
Oh my god, really? But the natural one, you miss as the goblin just dodges uncannily under your glaive and will deal some damage to you with a stab of the scimitar. Ooh, pretty beefy damage as well. This is going to be 8 damage. And that's going to be the goblin's turn. Dravna, it is now your turn.
All right, Dravna. After the entire morning that he's dealt with, the banter, the pranks, he's gonna have like a malicious smile on his face seeing all these goblins, and he is just gonna rush forward 30 feet over here.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna extend out his hand and cast a spell of lightning that zaps out as he mutters, "Vargo!" And I am going to cast Shatter on these
Oh,
bad
shit.
boys.
There it is, baby.
The size of Shatter?
The 10-foot radius, so right there.
Yep. Okay, so all of these boys need to make saves.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make all these rolls real quick. I think you can go and roll damage.
Okay. Ooh,
Nice.
that's 23 thunder damage.
20. Oh my
They,
god.
fail it.
Yeah, okay. Let me read these off real quick. Okay. The goblin. Let's see. I don't really know. It doesn't matter. Okay, so one goblin succeeds, the other, and the boss succeeds. Okay. So he will take half, and two other goblins succeed. Oh, I see. Okay, great. That's actually pretty
Only
useful.
one failed.
Yeah, or only two succeed. Yeah. Two of the regular goblins failed. Okay, so we'll
yeah,
do. So we'll say this guy and this guy are going to take half damage. And the rest of these will take full damage, which was
23 damage.
23. So you kill basically all of the small goblins here. They are dead.
Dravna will cackle a little bit and just mutter, "Burn in hell." That's all he'll be for his action.
Yep. All right.
Oh my god, all of them. Jesus.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Next is a Displacer Kitten. The last Displacer Kitten is going to run up because it is bloodthirsty and also pissed. And it is going to tentacle. One little tentacle. With a natural one, it misses. Meow. And that's going to
These
be...
cats are just like me.
No, it's not flanking, unfortunately.
Oh, that's the other one.
Yes. And now it's a goblin's turn. This goblin... Man, it just saw that arcane explosion, and it sees how fucked up the boss is. It's time for some morale checks. I think it's time for morale checks now. Okay, it succeeds. In that case... It has just enough movement to make it right behind Marquise. So it's going to swing with advantage. Attack. Advantage. Ooh, still misses even with advantage.
Oh, nice.
That's going to be his
Oh, no,
turn.
you used a reaction already.
Yeah, he did. This goblin is also going to start making morale checks. Fails. This goblin begins to flee the field. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5,
Goodbye,
10,
Felicia.
15, 20, 25, 30. And that's going to be its turn. Kyo, it's now your turn. You just see this arcane explosion, and goblins are panicking or fighting. What do you do?
All right. Question. I forgot how to do the ruler thing with the character to show the movement while moving.
It's the measure distance tool. There you go.
Didn't pass space back. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, really?
Right, so Kyo's going to move 30 feet forward. It's right next to Marquise.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to draw her woodcutter's axe, and she's going to hit this goblin right in front of them with the pommel of her weapon.
Alrighty.
Non-lethal as always. Let's see it. Second.
That hits, I believe. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It just
Oh.
misses. Unfortunate. Yeah, that armor coming in clutch here for these goblins. As it sparks off the side of the armor here.
It's
Agree
right.
to disagree with that one.
Kyo's also going to use her bonus action to
Okay.
do a small whistle, and that's going to make Jamie move not there.
Yeah, to here. Okay.
Attack the one below.
All right. Let's see it.
Just 1 second. Okay. Mark. There you go. It's supposed to be at advantage 1 second, so let me roll it again.
That will
There you
hit.
go.
Yep, that will hit for sure.
Because Jamie moved 20 feet, its charge ability is going to proc
Okay.
here. I will need a string saving throw from the goblin from behind. As it takes,
Okay. Strength save.
as it takes this and a d6.
It's not very good at this. That's a 10, so it fails.
It fails and it takes
16.
second 11 damage.
16 total, right?
Hmm?
How
No,
much damage?
11 total.
11 total. Okay. 11. Right. Okay. So yeah, that and then that.
And it's prone now.
Yes, it is now prone.
Afterwards, James is going to use the rest of its movements to move through here. To the right.
Okay. Very good. Setting up for the next attack. I love it. All right, next is a goblin's turn. This goblin is going to make a morale check. Also fails the natural one. Love to see it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. If it makes it, it's going to flee the field. And now this goblin is going to make a morale check. Also fails. He is just going to disengage with his action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's going to be his turn. Naomi, it's now your turn. Goblins are fleeing.
They don't get attacks.
He
on-
disengaged.
He disengaged, so that
he
skips that
disengaged.
Oh,
ability. Yeah.
he can do that as a bonus action. So he actually gains 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he actually gets a little further.
Ah. Oh, this seems viable. Yeah. All right. An unseen actor who's 35 feet.
I can see it, and the audience can see it.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, you guys should close your eyes. Don't look at this. Okay. That means that I can do that, right? I guess.
You have
That's probably
advantage because you're unseen.
Yes. I'm just gonna boom and blade because I don't really get to do that too often. I don't know why I didn't roll though. I'll just make an attack.
Okay.
I will, in fact, have Naomi whip out her comically large metallic club, and she apparates Swing, advantage.
That hits, I believe. Yeah, that hits.
Should be good. All right, 4 plus 5.
So
Yeah, plus 5. So that is 14 damage.
14 damage. Very good. And then 5 more. Oh. How do you kill this goblin boss?
She glory kills this thing. Basically, she she raises her weapon up and swings it right down on top of his head before he notices or reacts, and she's invisible, of course. And his head caves in deep into his chest and shoulders, and it's like a flat plane there now. He's dead.
You just see this. At first, this goblin's head just caves in for no reason, and then you see this massive metal bat with spikes on it as Naomi apparates, holding this metal bat that's caved in this goblin's skull. Good turn. Zazit, it is now your turn.
So
A goblin
Zazit
is
will
prone
attack the-
before you.
Zazit will attack the mine goblin.
Okay. God damn it.
And I am going to be using. This is kind of a silly question. But I'm going to use Crusher on it, which means that I can like move. Oh, it moves it. Okay, I thought it moves me.
No, it just moves the whatever you're hitting.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for this stinky boy up here.
Okay. All right.
And,
I see.
and then I will find my inventory, find the warhammer, click the warhammer, click the standard attack roll. Wait, hang on. No, wait. I do not wish to attack myself. That'd be weird.
That's it. Hits himself in confusion. Can you
Let's
even
try
get
this
through your
again.
own AC?
No, no one can. That's the best part.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit attack, and then I'm gonna hit normal because the UX is great.
Ooh.
What
How
the
did
fuck?
you roll a 1? What?
I don't know,
Wait,
dude.
which one you're attacking?
He's attacking the north
that's
one.
The 7th one.
Yeah, he's attacking
I
the
see.
north one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's number 7.
Did you have a bonus action? Are you good?
No, I'm good. And so I say I'm gonna attack the mine goblin, and the goblin says, "Mine goblin, these nuts."
And distracts you.
No. He planned it from the start.
He did. Marquise, save your friend from mind gobbling.
Nah.
Just borrow. just murder the prone one.
Marquise,
So good, dude.
Marquise is like, friend is a
Whoa,
strong
hold
word.
up. Hold on a second. You have advantage on that hit, don't you? Did you roll with advantage?
No, he attacked this one, not the prone one.
Oh, I'm tripping balls.
It's fine.
I was just looking
It's
at the
okay.
bottom one again.
I just let
Why would
down.
I attack the easy creature?
Pathetic
Uh-huh.
rat.
Which one are you attacking?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
the bottom one. You have advantage
Yeah.
because he's prone.
Oh, how do I roll it?
It'll be in the prompt once it pops up.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I don't know why I did that again.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's fine.
computer illiterate.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh, let's
It
go.
lay with sun.
You watch as Marquise just upends the glaive and just plunges it straight into this goblin's chest and then twists with a sickening snap as this goblin is dead.
Is the +3 was from the enchant, right?
I believe so.
Or wait,
No, the
I think
+3
that's
is
just my
strength.
strength.
Oh, I don't think you actually
Okay,
enchanted your
enchant
weapon. Yeah, I don't think you did it.
I mean, I used.
You did, but you didn't drag your weapon into the thing, I don't think.
In that case, I do want to
Oh.
say that the first one then should be taking more damage because you did hit it,
No,
Oh,
but
no,
I
you rolled
just
that
I just
one.
threw it at somebody. and then I whiffed on the one
Yeah,
above me.
on that first attack. So let me just see if I
So-
can go back up to.
No, I don't refund that resource. It's the Oh, place item here. Okay,
Yes.
I see.
Yes, drag it directly from your inventory onto that little space there. There you go, just like that.
All right.
And now
And
it's enchanted for
it's
next
enchanted
time.
now?
Yep, should be enchanted for
Alright.
next time. Okay,
All right, good, because I'm gonna swing on this this motherfucker above me too.
with your bonus, sure.
Yep. Polearm Master, bonus attack. Attack.
I believe that hits. Yeah, it does. 15 roll
Alright.
damage.
Now,
Yeah, it didn't roll the other damage. I believe it's another D6, right? So roll a D6.
yeah.
Yeah, just roll a D6. I'll figure it out later. I don't know why it's not working. Plus another 4. Good damage.
Mhm.
It is now bloodied at this point, not looking great. It hates you. It hates you so much.
Oh, and I'll move here.
Nice.
I'll circle it.
Very cool. All right. Next is a displacer kitten. It is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, it can go through its mom space. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, it has 40 feet. Okay, yeah. I don't know why I was thinking. Okay. Tentacle attack with advantage. That's gonna hit. Okay, and then this damage here. 2 points of kitten damage. That's gonna be its turn. Now it's Mama's turn. Mama is going to swing 2 times with advantage. Oh, whoops, not disadvantage. Doesn't matter.
Was I supposed to target Kyo when I rallied at the start?
No, you don't have to. I can just apply it.
Okay.
Let's see. 18 will hit. Now we're gonna roll damage on this goblin. Normal. 7, 10 points of damage. I don't know why it's not letting me roll damage. Hold on, sorry. Fucking sometimes. I'll reroll the damage, I guess. Whatever. Okay, it was actually better. This goblin is immediately flayed alive by this really, really pissed mom. And then she turns and sees another goblin, 5, 10, 15, and swings again with her second attack. Attack, normal. 20, that will hit. And now some damage, normal. 11 points of damage. That goblin is very hurt after that. And that's going to be the mom's turn. Next is this goblin. He makes a morale check. Barely succeeds. He swings on this cat.
Wow. Based.
He just
Impressive.
he just defiantly stares death in the face and swings.
Indomitable Goblin will.
Oh, he rolls a 1 though.
Oh my god!
And then he is going to spend his bonus action to disengage. 20, 25, 30, and try to run. Oh, he's so fucked. Okay. This goblin is still alive. He makes a morale check. He fails. He is going to disengage with his bonus action. Then he is going to run 60 feet this way and leaves the
So
field.
we all get
No,
a
he
tassel
disengaged.
opportunity.
He
wait,
disengaged.
disengaged.
Yeah.
Damn it.
He used it as a bonus action. He dashed 60 feet away. So that's him. I'm just going to count him as dead for the sake of tracking initiative. Drabnet, is now your turn.
So there's only one goblin left alive.
Technically 3 at the top there, but they're fleeing. And this displacer
to the
beast
right.
is still pissed.
Mm,
Okay, wait, how's that work? It's click and then
Space, yeah.
So that was 15 feet. My
Yep,
bad.
that's 30. Mm-hmm.
He'll extend out his hand again. Cast Shatter on a single goblin.
My God, dude. Which one?
Which one is for? Perfect, 60 feet.
Oh my
yes.
God.
They are not getting away from drama.
Got her for one damn goblin.
Hey, Drama said he has some shit to work out, so he's taking his frustration out on these guys.
No, I respect it.
Like that, Ravana?
Okay. This boy is going to be making a con save.
But bro is not fighting the sour milk allegations.
He succeeds.
Takes what? 5?
Yeah, he's going to take half.
So 9, that should be like 4.
4, yeah. 4 damage. Another sonic explosion goes off, and this goblin does not seem to be as damaged, but still panicked, still running away.
Alright.
All right. Is that going to be it for you, Dravna?
Yeah, that'll be his turn.
All right. Next is another Displacer Kitten. The Displacer Kitten is going to give chase to this fleeing goblin. 5. See, can it even make it? Let's see, that was 5 feet. No, not quite. Okay, so it's not going to try to run that way. Instead, let's see. Oh, thank you for pre-measuring that. That's exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah.
That kitten is going to dash here and try to murder this goblin.
I got you.
Tentacle attack. Normal. That hits. D4. Roll. 3 points of damage to the Gerblin. The Gerblin is hanging on by a thread. I don't know why that damaged the... That's fine. Okay. This goblin flees and escapes. And we'll mark him dead. Kyo, it is now your turn.
Then Gia will note the Displacer Beast looking at the group, and she would use her bonus action. She would order Jamie to stand. Let me make sure that these measures are right. Yeah, she would order Jamie to stand right in the middle here, and to appear as big as intimidating as it can, to make the beast not want to attack us while we have the situation. Could Jamie do an intimidation check? Or the like?
Absolutely, yeah, go ahead.
All right, then 1 second. Patience. That's a 15. I saw that one coming and I was scared for a second.
Oh.
Okay. The Displacer Beast is taking caution with now looking at Jamie. Perhaps may not approach directly. We'll see what happens. All right.
9. Who wrote
Oh,
that
never
one?
mind. I thought I saw 9 1. Never mind.
It was almost one, but it wasn't.
Oh.
Okay, in key of her main action, let me see. Revision 8. She'll move close to the group so we can all sit together. Do not look like individual easy targets for the beam.
Okay.
Say to the others, hey, uh, stay together for now so the creatures don't attack us as well. And I'd like to ride an action.
What would you like to ready?
With Can I also ride the movement if that's okay or no?
You'll have to pick either a dash action, so you'll move 30 feet, or something else.
All right then. I would like to ready an action where if the displacer beast tries to attack any of us, Kyo will use a dash action to interpose. Damn English. She'll use a dash action to put herself between the beast and the person attacking if it comes towards us.
Understood.
Interpose herself.
Thank you, interposers.
All right. This goblin escapes and is now dead for the sake of this combat. This goblin manages to escape as well and is now considered dead for this combat. Naomi, it is now your turn.
And initiative ends, right?
Right,
Oh, wait,
right. LOL.
There's one goblin alive. There's one.
Well, there's also this really pissed displacer beast.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
also that.
totally not worrying at all. Let's see. Something somewhat animalistic takes over Hanabi as she just crosses her arms and watches the kitten try to kill the goblin. That's it. She does nothing else.
Okay. Okay. So that's it. You can hear goblins fleeing and dying. One of them being mauled by a displacer kitten up here at the north. What would you like to do?
So Zazit, how damaged is Marquis in front of him?
Not quite bloodied, but close.
You mean smacked around
Yes.
a little bit?
For sure. For sure.
Bit.
For sure.
Yeah. So Zazit will come up beside him and he'll essentially just put his how do I? Okay.
Think you're looking for space.
Oh my god. Yeah, maybe that's probably what it is. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Come up beside him. He'll put his arm around him and he'll say, "You know, it's pretty admirable that you let them hit you like that."
Yeah, I don't use a pathetic shield.
Ooh.
There it is.
Well, I was going to, make you feel a little better, maybe heal your wounds, but a shield is not a weakness. I hope you know that.
No, I know it's not, but I'm not gonna take a, slight lying down.
Anything you'd
No,
like
I
to
was saying it was gracious of you to let them hit you because they
Yeah.
are weak and feeble goblins. But you can take that however you want, I suppose.
What would you like to do in your
Alright.
turn, Zazit?
So he'll just give him a squeeze on the shoulder and then just like leave him with 10 healing points, I guess.
Okay. So you're gonna use lay on hands?
Yeah.
Alright. Very cool.
Though there is no reason for you to make goblins feel better. They are terrible creatures. Yeah. Also, I know it's hard to not look at them and think children due to their size, but us scaled beasts need to be better than that.
bro.
I love it. All right, Marquise. Feeling rejuvenated. What would you like to do?
So I see this little angry displacer. So does what's it called have any bonus armor up, Henley? Or bonus health, rather?
No, he does not.
Alright. Marquise will then just say, just joking about the shield, by the way. I don't really have any care for shields, one way or the other. And
Oh.
I guess that'll be his rally.
Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, a lot of your humor tends to miss me. Not because of the shield, but generally because they do not land.
Ooh, maximum. 9 temp
no.
HP. Very
What is this
cool.
+1 supposed to be, by the way? Is this supposed to be con?
Alright, it's a little one. No, I
Uh,
think it's just a +1 with rally. I don't know.
let me see.
Or
It's
maybe it's my
probably tied
charisma.
to your fighter level. I
Charisma.
think if it's a
Charisma.
I think
It's
it is
plus
charisma.
Yeah, it's plus charisma. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, plus charisma modifier. Yeah, so that's why it's +1.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I guess Marquise will then with his action, he'll move up here first. Seeing Kyo kind of ready to jump, put herself first, he'll move right here. And hold an
Okay.
action.
All right. What action
Maybe-
are you? What action are you holding?
He's like, this guy's kind of scary, and he'll move right here. And
Bruh.
I'll hold an attack action for if he enters my range.
Okay. Understood. Next is a displacer kitten. It is going to. Oops. It's gonna run behind mom. Whoop. And that's gonna be its turn. Next is the other displacement kitten. No, I'm sorry. Actually, a displacer mom. She is going to look with eyes at the party. And she is just going to roar and hiss at you, but she does not move. But she does hold an action. You can see her prepare to do something. Next is this goblin. This goblin makes another morale check. Fails and disengages. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes, and manages to escape the field. So all the goblins are now retreated. Drabnut, is now your turn. You see that there is a very angry displacer beast mom with a kitten right behind her. What do you do?
Javna will go shoulder to shoulder with Marquise, and he'll shift his weight into a defensive stance. He'll also ready an attack if this displacer beast gets within range, and that'll be his turn.
Okay. All right. This displacer kitten hears the call of its mother and runs to her side. And that will be its turn. Kyo, it is now your turn.
Alright. Seeing the kitty on that side, she'll look at the group and say, like Naomi said, I think it's indeed time for us to go. Let us move slowly to not aggravate the creature. Okay?
Well, if it's not going to attack us, there's a lot of armor lying around.
Fine.
Oh.
But
What?
move slowly and carefully. If you're going and don't get close. Okay?
Okay.
And Kyo's going to read the same action as before. And Jamie will continue to stand menacingly.
Have
while
him
looking at the creature.
have him make another intimidation check, please.
Alright then. Because of the group of people, an advantage or no advantage, just to be sure.
The DC will be adjusted.
Alrighty. That's for Janie. Fuck.
DM.
Yes.
So is disengaging a bonus action?
For goblins, it is. It's part of their. It's part of their monster stat block. Is that they can do that for a bonus action.
I see.
It's not going to just going to test one thing out, okay?
Okay.
That just does. Oh, interesting. Okay, discover something new. But anyway, sorry. 6 was it total?
6. Okay. Got it. Understood. The Displacer Beast does not seem to be making any moves aggressively, or doesn't seem to be any more pissed off than she already is. All right. Naomi, it's now your turn. You can see that this Displacer Mama is facing off against your party. What do you do?
Naomi ignores the creature, confident the party will not get themselves killed by the Displacer Beast, and loots the goblin here.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Here comes that 6. Y'all ready for this? Yeah, 2 off.
Okay. On this corpse, you find a suit. I'm sorry, not a suit, but a chain shirt, as well as a decorated falchion. I'm sorry, not falchion. Fucking what's it called? Scimitar. Sorry. Jeweled scimitar. It doesn't really have a whole lot of purpose other than to be ornamental, but that's what you find.
Nice. Naomi pockets those things and starts making her way away.
Okay. Where would you like to move? That's it. It's not your turn. You just watch as Hanabi just very gingerly picks over the corpse of that goblin and walks away with a very decorated scimitar.
Was that the leader?
Yes.
I mean, I have no interest. Azazad has no interest in picking through goblin corpses, so he's just gonna just kind of look at the Displacer Beast, and I mean, what's the intent here that this Displacer Beast is trying to do right now?
If you'd like, you can make a martial check. For you, that'll just be an attack roll, because that's your highest martial stat.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so in my case, that would be
just roll an attack roll.
20 plus 4. Oh, okay.
That's the fastest way to do it. All right. You understand that the disposition of this creature is that it is most likely about to flee.
So Zazat will just kind of stand there and just stretch a little bit and just he's not really intimidated by anything that's happening right now. Especially if this creature is going to be fleeing in a minute. So.
All right. At the end of your turn, the held action of this Displacer Mama is going to go off. She is going to spend her dash action pushing her kittens behind her. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Back this way. And that will be Marquise. It is now your turn.
None of these little kids ever got hurt. I was gonna throw them over a ration because I felt bad, but they didn't even get touched. They're fine. I guess Marquise, seeing that it's fled, will just head over to the corpses and just start looting.
Okay.
I'll loot the one that's to the east of my character. Yeah, to the east of my character.
Okay. Let me just ask here, does anybody intend to attack these creatures any further?
No,
I
I
don't
don't think so.
Dravna?
Nope.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Very well. In that case, we will end combat here. And we will say that the Displacer Beasts manage to retreat completely away from combat, and they disappear into the tall grass to be somebody else's problem on some other day.
Alright.
Rules of nature.
That's out of the way. You would relax a little. And not the grip. Ah, that went surprisingly better than expected. Is anyone too badly hurt? I can heal them if needed.
No, no need. On my side, at least.
You begin to loot to make investigation checks, please.
Does anyone
Actually,
have
if
a
they had any
large
coffee,
stack?
Roll for goblin coffee.
You know it's gonna taste like ass, dude.
coffee is
It's just-
coffee.
It's just butt crust in disguise, low key. I don't think they have coffee.
And they're not kobolds.
Uh,
Jesus.
So what did you say? Investigation.
Yes, investigation. If you'd like to loot these corpses, roll investigation, please.
Can Dravna assist Marquise because he knows he's trying to find armor? And
Make your own check, and you will see what modifier you give him.
Okay.
Like just tearing through these corpses looking for something in particular that I know that they'll never have. Yeah, seems about right.
Wait.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
Who's is looking that below their chair?
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Paula?
Should I also roll investigation? Can you just look at one specific corpse? This one.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Roll investigation. All right, from the top, Marquise, you managed to find a chain shirt similar to what the Goblin Boss is wearing. You don't find anything extravagant, but on the Goblin corpses around you, you discover, thanks to Dravna's help, what little he does provide. You find a total of 15 gold.
Okay, let me put that in my inventory.
Oh.
Am I being dumb? I think I'm being dumb.
What are you trying to do?
I was trying to make the loot, but I don't really know how Foundry works and items and stuff.
So hold on just a second for me. Yeah, that's kind of on me. I should have just had that loot pile ready. So just for now, just mark it in your notes that you found 4 chain shirts. If you want to take them. That's going to be kind of heavy, though.
Well,
you should,
yeah,
you should be able to carry them. You should be able to carry them, actually. You should be fine.
I was asking if someone had a sack so we could just make the strawberry milk
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So we'll just we'll do this then. We'll just create a loot pile, a journal for the party loot.
Oh yeah, I like the pile idea as well.
So we'll just create a party loot. And we'll say this is strawberry.
If you're okay with me turning your horse into a mule, basically. Now, man.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you okay with me making strawberry milk carry all everyone's stuff since you ride with Keo?
Sure, whatever you need.
All right.
You should be able to edit that if you should be able to edit that if you right click on it and click edit, so you can add to it whatever you want.
I don't know about the others, but at the very least, I can't.
Oh, you
No, I
can't?
can't.
Okay, hold on. Okay, try it now.
There's a little feather that you can click to edit it.
Where do you find it after you close it?
It should be. So at the top right, there should be like the little icons. There should be like an open book.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't see that open book.
I see the open book, but I don't see anything in the open book.
Yeah.
Let's see.
May not have been saved just yet, perhaps.
Oh, that's so weird. Did it show up now?
Party loot.
Yeah,
I see
okay.
it's
Yeah.
called Party loot.
I don't know how I clicked none for for ownership. I don't know how that fucking happened. That was weird.
Oh god, we can add it at the same time.
Yes, you can. So be careful.
Oh. Sorry.
Anyway, you find 4 chain shirts, 15 gold, and not much else, unfortunately, with all of your rolls. Keo, you find similarly 3 silver, as well as a chain shirt on this goblin, and a scimitar as well.
Alright then. Kira looks at the heart and says, "Does anyone need a chain shirt? I would prefer to leave the. Oh, you folks are already taking it. I see.
Change shirt for ants, maybe.
Yeah, these are small chain shirts.
Yeah.
How the chain shirt work? Is just light equipment or?
It's basically light
That's
armor,
medium,
yeah.
isn't it? Oh, it's light, eh?
I think it's light. It might be medium at the most.
I think it's
it's medium.
Yeah, I think it's
I think
medium.
it's like the worst tier.
Yeah, it's like the worst
second
medium.
Worst
Medium.
tier medium. I think you can get worse than it, actually. There's one worse than it. I'm
Checking.
pretty
If
sure.
anything, it could be scrap metal for other stuff.
True.
It is
Yeah, I
medium.
think it was
13
so.
plus dex modifier medium. Worth 50
Yeah.
gold pieces.
Unfortunately, these are not regular chain shirts. They're
them.
you could probably sell them for maybe 15 gold apiece if you're lucky.
Look, that wallet might be cool.
Alright. Is everyone ready to continue? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You begin to gather your loot, begin to mount up once again, and head towards the road. Back.
also, just to have one thing settled, just for sure, goblins in this universe, they are considered to be normally intelligent creatures, correct?
They are humanoid. They do have reasonable intelligence, but they are evil as fuck.
Not yeah, of course, just evil, but just being sure that they have difference from kobolds in that sense.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you could say the intelligence is comparable between kobolds, but their habits are slightly different.
Okay, it's me.
You begin to pack up and make your way towards Burdusk, making a way through the Greenfields. And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Whoa, we didn't get destroyed.
Is
By this
honestly,
laser beast.
Dravna popping that blast was definitely a turning point. I'm not going to lie.
Ah,
Yeah, that shatter was huge.
That was 28 damage was huge.
it
Yeah, it
felt
was.
so good to just let out that steam.
Nice.
I know that some of
Yeah.
us have to get going fairly quickly, so I think we'll just go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching the VOD if you're doing that, or listening and doing whatever you're doing out there. Thanks again, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey,
Later.